Closest to you is, in fact, lane 1. Furthest away, lane 6. The final of the men's pairs. These, the 6 crews who've made it from an entry of 19.
Well, Great Britain, lane 1, closest to us. They were second place in the World Cup during the season. Their conquerors, Belarusia, didn't make the final. So you see the quality of this event.
In lane 3, the French are hoping for great things from Michel Andrew and Jean-Christophe Roland, the Olympic bronze medalists last year, behind Stephen Redgrave and Matthew Pinsent.
They tried an 8 this year. The French were trying an 8 for the first part of the year, and it went right through until May, and they found that it wasn't really working, so they've all gone back into their boats, and they are now back in the pair here and moving very well in the early heats. But the crew that's really been showing up well and moving very fast, particularly in the early stages, are the Canadians here on the right, and you can see the French on the left. But here on the right, Canada have really taken a fast starting approach to this race. They're doubling up in the 8 as well, as indeed the women were in the winners in the earlier race. And here it is Canada again who've shot out into the lead, and they've got 3/4 of a length now and looking pretty strong.
Yes, and both those men in that Canadian boat were part of that 8, as you said, Dan, that finished 4th in the Olympic Games, but have gained a lot more experience. So now they lead, and just in second place would be the French pair of Andrew and Jean-Christophe Roland. Closest to you, the British.
Indeed, yes, Bobby Thatcher and Ben Hunt Davis have been having a wonderful season. They started almost by mistake in this event. They were left out of the early selections, and they thought they might as well try the pair, and it worked extremely well. And here at 500, they are lying 5th at the moment. But leading the field, Canada. Very nice upright style there, very quick on the pickup, good leg drive, but moving very well indeed. They're quite high rating though, moving along very well indeed.
It's going through the first quarter there. Confirmation of the duo from America. That's Adam Holland and Ted Murphy in 3rd place. But at the moment, chance to concentrate on the French.
Very experienced pair here, as you said, 3rd last year. Their style is pretty unique to them. Roland in the stroke seat, very long at the finish, and that made it quite difficult when he was stroking the 8 for the others to follow. But Michel finds it very much easier. Here, the American pair, Adam Holland was in the American pair that led Redgrave and Pinsent last year all the way to 1,000 meters in the semi-final and then didn't make the final. He's back, but with Ted Murphy rowing in the bow seat. Ted Murphy was in the 8 that came 5th for the United States. So that's a new pairing.
But at the moment, the action all with the Canadians setting out to emulate Emma Robinson and Alison Korn, who did it from start to finish in the previous race, and I wonder whether they can make it a 1-2. And it would be quite something for Canada to take off both the men's and the women's pairs, but still early days. Coming to 1,000 meters now, Canada, and the French just squeezing, just making themselves felt a little bit, and they're almost a length clear of Italy, with the United States in 4th place. The British are really suffering at the moment, down in 5th, and way off the pace are the Norwegians.
But the Canadians now are at 38.5 strokes a minute. That's high for this event. 38 and still spinning along. This is the way they like to row. Very powerful, very quick on the pickup, but very short forward. The stroke man sitting very much upright, long arms though, picks it up right behind the rigger, and a good flow there. In the heats, they found they're going tough in the last 500 meters. It now is for the French to see if they can pull them back. It'll be very difficult for them. They'd had Redgrave and Pinsent always sitting in front of them in the past. Now here, Canada sitting 3/4 of a length up on them as well. But can they, with their steady, solid stroke, just looking across there, just to make sure that he can feel the Canadian stern. He's just beginning to make a move now as they come up to the 1,500 meters. And now, can Canada hold them off?
The French, who on their way to these World Championships picked up a nice little warm-up title, the Mediterranean Games in Bari, but this is the one they want for, and the organisation, who spent some 20 million French francs investing in these championships, what they're looking for is a gold medal reward, and can these men bring it to them? But as we say that, also the Italians also beginning their challenge now, Mattia Trompetta and Lorenzo Carboncini.
A little bit of strain now showing on the stroke man of the Canadian pair. just trying to hold them off, taking a quick look at the Italians because he can feel that they're coming as well. And France has pulled back to half a length in the last 400 metres, and with 500 metres to go now, Canada has got to hold them off. Everybody's coming at them. A little bit of strain there. They're trying to maintain that fast-moving 38.5. Can they hold on?
Yes, this is really where the experience could count here for the French, as they squeeze just that little bit closer with every stroke that they're taking, and he really is getting worried now, Philip Graham.
Philip Graham, he started to shorten just a little bit there. Both of them just shortened up a little bit as the French attacked. France has now raised it to 39, and they're beginning really to motor. They look very, very powerful, and they've moved past. They've moved right through Canada in, 20 strokes. They've gone up to 42, and they are moving now for the gold medal. They've gone in and past. They're now 3/4 of a length ahead, 3/4 of a length, and they're moving well now into the last few hundred metres.
And the boat really moving at terrific speed now. The French crowd rising to the occasion. They sense that a gold medal is on the way now. The organisers, who've invested some 20 million French francs into setting up these World Championships, this is what they were looking for, reward on their investment. And Perrine Pellin on the dockside as well, getting very excited as Jean-Christophe Roland and Michel Andrew now stride home. The Canadians, meanwhile, are beginning to be eclipsed by both Italy and also the United States. Just a few strokes to go now, and look at the French, absolutely well clear. Italy have moved into silver, and on the bottom of your picture there, that's the United States challenging Canada for the bronze medal, and the Canadians have got absolutely nothing left. It's gold to France, silver to Italy, and the bronze goes to the United States, and Canada, after a brave attempt, end up in 4th place.
And you can see there, 4th, they go home with nothing. A good effort there from the United States to pull into that 3rd position. In 4s, World Champions in 4s, so this is another gold medal for them, and very well deserved.